What are the 5 best practices that can make a business place feel more welcoming and inclusive of people who are neurodivergent? 1, create a psychologically safe workplace. A culture that supports the open expression of ideas and accommodates various work styles, respects different learning preferences and communication preferences, enhances productivity for everyone. Number 2, embrace inclusive dynamic workplace design. Inspired by universal design for learning and education, which I've had decades of experience with, inclusive dynamic workplace design aims to meet the needs of all employees by creating a flexible, inclusive workplace. It's more than just the workspace. That's a piece of it. Some companies are creating calming sensory rooms for employees to retreat to because sometimes the work environment is overstimulating. It's sensory overload. It might be difficult for them to focus. Sometimes if there's fluorescent lighting, they can hear a buzz constantly. I can't even imagine. I'm really glad I have hearing loss, so I don't ever hear that buzz. But it's just creating a workspace that's good for everybody. Other considerations that are addressed in inclusive dynamic workplace design are communication methods, dress codes, are there comfortable options? What are you going to do for the person who's dyslexic that may have trouble reading handouts and materials? What if they have to take an online test? That's sometimes not the best way to determine the expertise of someone in your workplace. Number 3, foster effective management skills. There's a principle, nothing about us without us. This is an expression passionately exclaimed by the autistic community. It demands that leaders involve stakeholders, including neurodivergent employees and those from minority groups, in discussions that impact their jobs and livelihoods. My experience working with organizations trying to become more neuro-inclusive, not taking that step to include those voices, especially if it's a top-down decision, is almost destined to fail. It just doesn't work. Number 4, provide training and education. Training and education about neurodiversity through thoughtful discussions and frequent training sessions is most effective. A one-and-done webinar, which is helpful, it's not enough. I've been doing a lot of those lately for different companies that I'm working with. However, my recommendation is always follow it up with executive coaching or employee coaching. Get something in place that's there over the course of time, because neurotypical employees can better support their neurodivergent employees when they understand their daily challenges and difficulties. Number 5, improve the onboarding experience. One of my clients said to me, I love my job. It's going well. This is a great experience. However, the onboarding was horrific for me. So much of what he had to do in the onboarding process was not designed for someone who is neurodivergent, especially someone who's dyslexic. So these are 5 steps that you can take to bring your company along the path of successful neurodiversity.